Good morning. It's Monday, and we're hanging out here in the state fairgrounds in Oklahoma, and it is time to feed. I think it's like 6 in the morning-ish, and everybody's a little hungry. So we're going to get everybody fed. Maybe I'll time-lapse that quick, and then we've got a lot of setup to do. So we need to turn the space that we are in, which I'm walking through, into basically the entire space was around into the entire space for Copperleaf Stable. And then you can look around and kind of see. I think I took some shots last night, but I've got to help get some feeding done, and then I will pick up and we'll start getting things moved around. All right, let's get going. Alright, morning chores are done, stalls are cleaned, horses are fed and watered, floors are mildly swept, fans were up last night, just kind of a quick walkthrough, and then I think we're going to start setup here pretty quickly. So we got to turn all this into a nice area to sit and relax. So I will be back with you once we get going. I'll probably just start a time lapse because I know we're going to just start hauling here pretty quick. So we got I think we started at 6 this morning, and it's now 7:15. So pretty quick turnaround. And we're hauling, so I'm going to be hauling. All right, all done. It's perfect. Just kidding. We got to get going.
So I'm going to be straight with everybody here. I've never set up for a horse show, so this is the first time I've ever helped with anything like this before. And what we're doing here, and it's honestly brilliant, is we're using weed matting as a ceiling. So what does it do? It keeps the dust out. So the 3 rooms we're going to be working on are changing rooms for our exhibitors. And then basically by keeping the dust out, we keep our clothes clean, and because it's weed matting, it lets water through, and that's one of the rules that you have to follow when you're in this barn is because it has a fire suppression system, you need to be able to get water through your roofing material. It's really brilliant. I love it. Well, part of the team is working on setting up the human stalls. Another group is working on clipping and bathing the horses for the show. Alright, I understand that the vision at this point is probably hard to see, and don't worry, you're not alone, because I also did not see the vision completely. I've seen horse show setups before. I had no idea kind of what we were doing or how we were going to get to the end goal, but I just trusted the process. So we're starting in the front. Alright, so what we're looking at is the area where we're going to call it hospitality. And we have to create this room, and obviously the finish of horse stall is not particularly hospitable. So we're working on putting up 1x4 structure that'll eventually get covered with a canvas. Here we are putting the trusses up, and just wait. It truly turns out amazing.
end of day 2, because day 1 was yesterday, moving the horses and starting to unpack. Day 2, space is starting to actually look amazing. Just kind of bring you guys around. It's looking pretty sweet. Yeah. Take a walk through everything. Take a look at a horse or two. Get run over. So I'm gonna call it a day here. I'm gonna do some B-roll of the space that we're in. It's a really cool barn, and it has the iconic Gateway champions. So we're gonna go get some. We're gonna go take a peek at that, and then after that, I'm gonna go eat, maybe shower. Kind of gross. There's a whack ton of barns to go through, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk through a handful of them. Give you guys, as we call it, an evening. Give you guys a shot of how everybody's doing. So this is day 2 of setup, and thanks for watching. Tomorrow is day 3, so we'll start rocking on day 3 tomorrow. I think it's mostly putting flooring in, getting decorations done, feeding some horses, doing some other stuff. So we'll see where we get, and I will just kind of keep updating and doing shots as we go here. It's pretty awesome. It's definitely much bigger than I had thought it was going to be. The horse shows I've been to were, you know, they were big, but I never been to anything like this before. So I'll spin you guys around and you can see. Look at that. So this barn has horses. There's also an arena down here where they do equitation, like way, like when I say down, I mean like way down. And then we're gonna just walk in 5D, but everything's kind of happening in the next barn. So I'm gonna shut my yap because, to be honest, I don't know if I want to hear myself talk when I'm editing this, so you guys can enjoy taking a walk through the barns. Check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.